Second one Muslim scientist is girls Ibnul Hatham, okay, and Ibnul Hatham was born in Basra, Iraq, okay. He was the great scholar of his time, okay. His greatest work is the book on optic named as Kitabul Manazir. Okay, girls, this book Kitabul Manazir deals with the structure of human eye, formation of image, okay, that how image is formed in human eye, okay, and this book is also related with the nature of light, reflection, refraction, dispersion and propagation of light, okay. So this book is completely related with the formation of image, that which type of image is formed, how image will be formed in human eye, and how image is formed in camera and other types of optical device, okay. Well, second contribution of Ibnul Hatham is Ibnul Hatham, he is also considered as the inventor of pinhole camera, okay. He is also considered as the inventor of pinhole camera. He invented a pinhole camera, okay. What is pinhole camera, girls? Pinhole camera is a type of camera in which light rays enter through a pinhole and then image is formed, okay. Suppose if we take an example of this object, okay, this is a type of object, this is a tree, okay, and this is pinhole camera, okay. As you can see, girls, there is a pinhole is given in this camera, okay, and girls, these light rays enters in camera through this pinhole. So when number of light rays intersect on a single point, so at intersection point the image will be formed, okay. And as you can see, girls, that the small and inverted image is formed in pinhole camera, okay. If the whole of camera is small, then better quality of image will be obtained, okay, because this pinhole camera, this pinhole is used to control the amount of light rays, okay. Only specific amount of light rays are entered through this pinhole, and when these number of light rays intersect on a single point, then as a result at intersection point the image will be formed, okay. And this image will be small in size and this image will be also inverted, okay. So this is the masterpiece work of Ibnul Hatham in field of physics, okay. Girls, the next one scientist is Al-Biruni, okay. And Al-Biruni, he is an Afghan scholar, and he wrote about 150 books on physics, medicines, geography, archaeology, okay. You know it very well that what is physics, okay, and you know very well what is medicine, geography, as you have already studied it about in class 8, and archaeology, I think you know very well archaeology, but archaeology can be defined as the study of past by excavation and analysis of its material remain is known as archaeology, okay. The study of remaining material of old time, of earlier time, is known as what? That is known as the archaeology, okay. And he also wrote many books on culture, okay. What is culture, girls? Simple. The people way of life is known as culture. The lifestyle of peoples are known as word, that is known as culture. But we can define it properly that art, custom, lifestyle, background and habits that characterize a particular society or nation is known as culture, okay. The lifestyle of human beings in a particular society, in a particular nation, is known as culture of that area, is known as culture of that nation, okay. So he wrote many books on culture, and he also wrote many books on cosmology, okay. Girls, what is cosmology, girls? The study of universe, such as origin and evolution of universe, is known as word, that is known as cosmology, Okay, cosmology. In cosmology we discuss that how did the universe begin. Okay, how does it change. Okay, what is the origin of universe, the evolution of universe, and what and the fate is known as word that is known as the cosmology. Okay, he also discussed about the shape of earth. Okay, as we know that earth is spherical in shape. Okay, and earth consists of three layers, that is core, mantle, and crust. Core is the innermost layer of earth, mantle is the middle layer of earth, and crust is the outermost layer of earth. Okay, he also discussed about the movement of sun, movement of moon around the earth, and phases of moon. Okay, so this is all about the Al-Biruni. Okay, girls, next one is famous Pakistani physicist. Okay, two famous Pakistani physicists are given in your book. One is the Dr. Abdul Salam and the last one is Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan. Okay, girls, Dr. Abdul Salam was a Pakistani theoretical physicist. Okay, a major figure in 20th century theoretical physics. Okay, he shared the 1979 Nobel Prize in Physics with Sheldon Glashow and Steven Weinberg. Okay, he was the first Pakistani to receive a Nobel Prize in physics and in science as well. Okay, and he received his Nobel Prize for the contribution of electroweak unification theory. Okay, which is also known as grand unification theory. Okay, girls, electroweak unification theory is also known as grand unification theory. Okay, girls, before the concept of electroweak unification theory, scientists consider that there are four major types of forces. One is known as the gravitational force, and gravitational force, as I told you, that the force of attraction between any two bodies is known as the gravitational force. Okay, force of attraction between any two bodies in a universe is known as gravitational force. Okay, second type of force is weak forces. Third type of forces is electromagnetic forces, and the fourth one type is known as the strong nuclear forces. Okay, but Dr. Abdul Salam proposed a theory which is known as the grand unification theory, and according to this grand unification theory, that these weak forces and electromagnetic forces are combined, and now these two types of forces are termed as electroweak forces. Okay, now these forces are known as the electroweak forces. Okay, and the fourth one type is known as the strong nuclear forces. Okay, before the grand unification theory, all forces are indistinguishable and have symmetry, but after the unification of this theory, the forces act differently and symmetry is broken. Okay, now so the combination of these two types of forces, which is known as the electroweak forces, so this concept is known as the electroweak unification theory. Okay, so this is all about the contribution of Dr. Abdul Salam in field of